you want to see a big Hollywood spectacle, that's the movie to see. It's insane. Get your goggles ready, your 3D goggles. All right. Thank you very much. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going over here. It's more lively. Where are you from, ma'am?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas?
Yep.
I'll speak more slowly then. Come on, our family tree don't fork.
My question to you.
Do you enjoy being with your mother and your sister? I'm kidding. Dallas is a big, fine, cosmopolitan city. Yes, sorry. Do you know why architects build weird buildings in Dallas? I'll get to your question when I get to it. Do you know why? All these buildings with the weird green crap all around it and the neon bullshit all over the things? Because there's nothing else to look at. I didn't say that. The architects say that. So they put buildings like that up so when you drive around Texas, you've been to Texas, right? It's kind of flat. So, all right, how about those neon buildings? Yes, sorry, ma'am, I digress.
Hey, that's all right. Who made the prettier woman, you, Robert Trevor, or Michael Hirst?
Who made a prettier woman? I've been a woman twice. I played a woman twice. I'm the ugliest woman on the planet. I sent a picture to my wife, and she stopped downloading it halfway through. She was like, nope, ugly. Michael Hirst was very beautiful woman. Very full of himself. He kept hitting on me.
I believe
No, he did. All right. Maybe I'm done with this section. Yes. Hello there.
Hey, I saw a story with the making of Evil Dead.
The making of this Evil Dead?
No, yours.
The original Evil Dead.
Yours.
The one from 33 years ago.
Right.
I'm not shitting. You guys have no one from 33 here today. But except you. You're like 70.
Right. I look good for my age.
It's all good. You don't look a day over 68. So, sorry, sir. What were you asking?
I got you. There was a story that you got your jaw broken. Can you tell us that?
I got my jaw broken on the original Evil Dead.
That was the story.
It's a different lie than we've been putting out.
Oh.
The lie that we've been putting out is that the final shot in Evil Dead is this comes racing through the cabin. This evil entity comes right up to me and smashes into my face. And the big lie that we were putting out, and it worked pretty well because I've heard it over and over again now, is that Sam, the only way to get the shot, he put the camera on a motorcycle. And he rode the motorcycle through all the doors, and then when he hit me, he just had to hit me. It was the only way it was going to work, and I was willing to do it, as long as we got it.
Took it for the team.
Yeah, took it for the team, so I broke like 4 ribs. Sam hurt his knees, he bent the gas tank in with his knees, flipped over the camera, and knocked his teeth out.
What really happened?
Nothing at all like that.
It's a good story.
Yeah, thanks. It's a good lie. But no broken jaw. But there were various reports that I was injured in a motorcycle accident. And I love the fact that people still believe that. Yes, over here.
How does one become a beast like Bruce Campbell?
How does one become a beast like Bruce Campbell? Define beast.
When you look at yourself in the morning, what do you see?
I see something that needs to be taken care of. That was a stupid question. You people. Yes, over here. Sure. What do you think of the Evil Dead musical? I think you should see it at the first opportunity you have. The Evil Dead musical, if it's done really well, with a lot of money, and with good actors, it can be a whole lot of fun. And if it's done poorly, with crappy actors, with no budget, it can be a whole lot of fun. You can't lose with that play. My favorite number is called "What the Fuck Was That?" So it's very enjoyable. It's like beach blanket bingo with carnage and mayhem. And the first 3 rows are the splatter zone. His limbs get cut off and blood is spurting. I went to see it off Broadway in New York City, the closest I'll ever get to that. And a guy came in on opening night with a white tuxedo and sat right in the front row. And the cast members know, so they just hosed this guy down. He walked out of there, he was pink. He had a smile on his face. He's got it framed, I'm sure of it. So go see it. It's hilarious. And they figured out a way, unlike us, to combine all three movies, elements from all three movies. And I met the first guy who played Ash, and he was kind of a dick to me. I'm like, what's your problem? He goes, well, you only had to do this shit once. I got to do it 7 days a week and a matinee on Saturdays. I'm like, eat it, bitch. So, we never spoke again. Oddly, he was fired just after that. Yeah, it's called The Way in the Back.
Other than a big stash of money, what would it take to get an Old Spice commercial with you and Isaiah Mustafa?
Start with a big sack of cash, like you said, and then you're good to go. I did the first Old Spice ad, and they called back. They're like, we want another one. Can you sing and play the piano? I said no and no. They went, perfect. So I made the most money in one day doing something I can't do. It didn't make any sense at all. But sure, let's do another Old Spice. Let's do it. A lot of smelly people in the world. Yes, right here up front.
How do you keep the sexy up after all these years?
How do I keep the sexy up after all these years? I have a hot-ass wife, and we still do it. You went there, lady. I don't just bring that stuff out. I have a very private, personal life. Until now. Wow. Anybody else want to dive into my personal life? Yes.
Yeah!
Got any pictures? You're a dirty old man. Think I'm going to show you? I'm not coming back there for a while. Yes, right here.
What was it like to play the king, and who came up with Bubba Hotep?
Who came up with Bubba Hotep, the movie Bubba Hotep? Joe R. Lansdale, he wrote a novella about this. And Don Coscarelli, from Phantasm fame, sent the script over. And it was the weirdest script I had ever read in my entire life. But I thought Joe Lansdale did a great job. Completely absurd story. For those of you who haven't seen Bubba Hotep, I play a 68-year-old Elvis Presley who has cancer on his penis and he's dying in an East Texas rest home. And he hooks up with Ossie Davis, the great actor Ossie Davis, who thinks he's JFK, and then somebody dyed him black. And then he's got a bag of sand and his brain's being operated by batteries back at the White House. We team up to save the old folks' home from a mummy that sucks the souls out of old people through their butts. Yeah! I said, where do I sign? Where do I sign? So, I mean, you can't, how can you lose with something so absurd like that? But the funny thing is, it's really just a story about old people. What happens to old people? Because the young people in the rest home didn't even know who Elvis was, you know. So, and the great Ossie Davis, every day I kept going, Ossie, I know why I'm in this movie. Why are you in this movie? His grandchildren talked him into it. He goes, I didn't know who the hell you were, but my grandkids did. They like those terror pictures that you did. I went, all right, let's do it. So it was a great experience.
I bet it was.
You know, it was good. You don't run across those too often. You gotta do it. Oh, you know, there's only one company in the United States that makes those jumpsuits. And they license them. I mean, you have to return them. So I had 4 custom suits made for me for that movie. A white one, blue one, a black. They were fantastic, these suits. Every man in this room should have 3 of those frickin' jumpsuits in your closet. When you walk around, you're Superman. They had capes. Elvis wore capes. Do you think this is ridiculous? You should have seen Elvis was out of his freaking mind. I'm Superman. What the hell? But you feel like it when you're wearing those damn things. So we had to give him back at the end of it, and I worked with an Elvis impersonator for 5 minutes because he quit. This guy was supposedly the #1 Elvis impersonator on the Vegas Strip. And his claim to fame was that one night he was doing a special charity event, and he asked that the jumpsuit company, could I wear one that Elvis actually really wore? And they said yes, for one night, because they were the same size. So he wore it, and he started to, halfway through the show, he started to sweat through his outfit, just like Elvis did. And he started to smell brute coming out of the jumpsuit, because that's what Elvis, they couldn't wash these things. They could only steam them, so they were rank, and Elvis sweat like a son of a bitch near the end there. And so brute started coming out of the suit, and this guy basically had a nerdgasm on the spot. Because now he smelled just like Elvis too. Anyway, he quit on me after 5 minutes. He goes, let me see your stuff. So I started doing stuff. He goes, forget it, man, you're never gonna get it. I said, you suck as a teacher.